the first time since he appointed himself chair of the Kennedy Center, President Trump held his first board meeting and says he'll be making big changes.
Yeah, while touring the Kennedy Center today, he said the money that has been given to the center has not been properly spent. There's also a small group of protesters outside sharing their frustrations that the president has taken over the historically bipartisan venue. DC News Now's Max Marcilla joining us live tonight outside the Kennedy Center.
That's right, and Max, there have been a whole number of performers who've canceled their shows there at the Kennedy Center since President Trump took over. What is he saying about when asked about that today?
Well, yeah, he was asked about that, Chris and Susan. Of course, one of those shows that's no longer performing at the Kennedy Center is the hit Broadway musical Hamilton, and Trump said today that he didn't really like Hamilton. As for what else he said, well, he took aim and was very critical at what it looks like at the Kennedy Center on the inside.
This is a big part of D.C.
As President Trump stood in the president's box at the Kennedy Center, he said there is much room for improvement at the cultural center of the district.
We're going to make a lot of changes, including the seats, the decor, pretty much everything. It needs a lot of work.
In the weeks since he named himself Kennedy Center chairman, Trump has taken aim at the shows performed, calling them woke. Now he's focusing on the design and space.
I never realized this was in such bad shape.
The Kennedy Center's operations and maintenance are funded by Congress, but much of its budget comes from private donations and ticket sales. A small group of protesters, including Barbara Cohen King, who came from Frederick, Maryland, stood outside the center as Trump led the board meeting. She's concerned of the changes he could make.
This is someplace for us, for the people, and I feel that he is going to change what the meaning of the arts is here.
One supporter of the president, Alicia McMillan, says she doesn't have a strong opinion on Kennedy Center, but says this.
I hope that we will get to having more wholesome performances.
Whatever the performances are, D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser is putting pressure on Trump and his new team of allies, saying they have big shoes to fill.
I hope that they have a robust plan to bring the arts and celebrate the arts, the diversity of the arts in Washington, D.C.
Now, the president was also asked about the Kennedy Center honors, which he actually skipped during his first term in office. He said they were boring, and in his words, he says the only people who were selected for that were members of the radical left. Again, his words there. Asked if the Kennedy Center honors would continue, he said yes, they would. Reporting live at the Kennedy Center, Max Marcilla, DC News Now.